From notebook margins to online forums. Where students really learn now, how learning has shifted beyond classrooms into spaces students actually use, where learning quietly happens. For many students, learning no longer happens only during class time. It continues in places that are less visible but equally important. Notebook margins once held quick notes, reminders, and small insights that help students understand difficult topics. Today, those spaces have expanded into digital platforms where students ask questions, share explanations, and explore ideas together. The location of learning has shifted, even if the goal remains the same. The role of notebook margins in earlier learning. Before constant internet access, students relied heavily on personal notes. Margins were used to simplify complex ideas, rewrite definitions, or connect concepts across lessons. These small additions reflected individual thinking. They allowed students to process information in their own way. While teachers provided the main content, understanding often developed in these informal spaces where students interacted with what they were learning. The rise of online learning spaces. As technology became more accessible, new spaces for learning began to form. And educational platforms created opportunities for students to ask questions outside the classroom. These platforms allow students to see multiple explanations for the same concept. Instead of relying on one source, they can compare different perspectives. This has changed how students approach problem solving and understanding peer learning in digital environments. One of the most important features of online forums is peer interaction. Students often explain concepts to each other in ways that feel more relatable than formal instruction. This type of learning can be effective because it uses language and examples that match how students think. It also encourages active participation as students are not just receiving information but contributing to it. Access to immediate support. In the past, if a student did not understand something, they often had to wait until the next class. Online platforms have reduced that delay. Students can ask questions and receive responses quickly, sometimes within minutes. This immediate access helps prevent confusion from building over time. Online learning spaces also expose students to ideas beyond their assigned curriculum. Students may explore advanced material or different approaches that are not covered in class. This expands the scope of learning and encourages curiosity. It allows students to go deeper into subjects that interest them. Challenges of digital learning spaces. Despite these advantages, online learning environments also present challenges. Not all information shared in forums is accurate, and students must learn to evaluate sources carefully. The volume of information can also be overwhelming. Without guidance, it can be difficult to determine which explanations are reliable. This makes critical thinking an important skill in digital learning. The changing role of teachers. As learning extends beyond the classroom, the role of teachers is also evolving. Teachers are no longer the only source of information. Instead, they guide students in understanding how to learn effectively. This includes helping students evaluate information, ask better questions, and connect ideas. The focus shifts from delivering content to supporting deeper understanding. What this means for modern education. The shift from notebook margins to online forums reflects a broader change in education. Learning is becoming more flexible and distributed across different environments. Students are not limited to one space or one method. This creates a more dynamic learning experience that adapts to individual needs. Final thoughts. Learning has always extended beyond formal instruction, but the spaces where it happens have changed. Notebook margins once captured personal understanding, while online forums now create shared spaces for discussion and exploration.